Well, hello. I am back and ready to talk about makeup for the new year. If you don't know, I haven't posted a video in quite a while. I'm going to talk about like the future of the channel and all of that good stuff at the end. So if you're interested, be sure to stick around and hear all of the plans that I have coming up for the new year. But for today's video, I just wanted to walk through and show you all some different products and or larger beauty concepts that I'm really excited to be bringing into the new year with me. Even though I haven't been filming and posting on YouTube, I still have been consuming a ton of YouTube content. And so I have been watching everyone's 2023 favorites videos, and this is kind of my take on that. I feel like with end of year favorite videos, there's kind of a finality to it, meaning that you had your favorites for the year, now you're going into a new year, so you're going to tell us about your favorites before you move on to new favorites. Personally, I really want to keep my favorites and continue using them and enjoying them. And I'm really trying to reframe my makeup collection to be appreciating things I have and being excited about continuing to use those things rather than presenting a thing that I liked and then moving on to the next new thing. So if you want to see some of the makeup that has really inspired me throughout 2023 and that I'm excited to continue using in 2024, then go ahead and just keep on watching and subscribe. So, the first thing that I'm really excited to be bringing into the new year is, of course, my single shadow collection. I have quite the collection nowadays. Honestly, I'm wanting to do a pretty major declutter. This year, 2024, is the year of removing duplicates from my life. So, I definitely am going to try to do a bunch of different content about all of the comparisons I can possibly do, brand overviews, all of that good stuff. But once that's all out of the way, I'm really hoping to trim down some of the fat within my collection and just keep the shades that bring me the most joy. Right now, the shades that I'm swatching are all coming from different brands, and I've pulled out one shadow from each single eyeshadow brand I currently have in my collection. And I've just been wearing them every day to just test out different brands, see what excites me, and get some use out of some shades that I don't often get a lot of use out of. I'm also really excited to be trying to like up my video quality in 2024, show those shifts off a little bit better. So, though it's not a makeup product, it's something I'm excited to do in the new year. Sticking with the eyes first, the other thing that I'm very excited to bring into the new year are tubing mascaras as a whole. If you haven't been following me on Instagram, highly recommend it. I post there way more often than on YouTube because it's just so much easier. But if you haven't been following, I have been going through a mascara journey. And so I've been trying to find things that don't smudge and flake and all of the stuff that we don't want our mascara to do. And I've kind of figured out that tubing mascaras are the answer for me. So I have a lot of tubing mascaras that I have been trying over time, over the whole entire 2023, and I have found some real gems and some real stinkers. I'm planning on doing a video about it at some point, so that is to come, but just overall, the category of tubing mascara really excites me for the new year, and I have a prediction that we're going to be seeing more and more brands coming out with their version of tubing mascara. Another eye product that I'm really excited for this year is just gel liners. I've been finding that gel liners are a really great way for me to add a little pop of color if I'm just throwing one simple single shadow all over the lid. And I love the way that they can really tie a look together. Specifically, I've been really loving the Moira gel liners. They're really inexpensive. There's a ton of great colors,
great pigment. They blend well. They've got a little bit of wiggle room for you to, smudge them out if you want to do that. And then they lock down and last really well too. So super excited to bring these into the new year. And I feel like I've got a great variety of colors. That combined with my ColourPop gel liners, which were my favorite before the Moira came along, it's gonna be a good year for eyeliners. So when it comes to base products, one foundation, or I guess skin tint, reigns above them all. It's the one that I used for my wedding last year, and it's the Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. I wear the shade 10N Fair Neutral, and this is the best match I have ever found in a skin product. I freaking love this stuff. This tube is actually like completely out. I actually just opened up a new one to film the B-roll for this video. So I love this. I was really excited that Ulta had it on 50% off for Black Friday. So it's like one of the very few Black Friday purchases that I made. And this one is just a real winner. Super excited to be bringing it into the new year and continuously using it. So in truth, I've really just been sticking with under eye corrector most days. It's easy, it blends in well with my natural skin, all of that good stuff. But for concealers, the concealer that I am excited to bring into the new year is the Kosas. I had this a while ago and it went bad eventually, so I tossed it. But then I bought another one right before my wedding so that way I could use it on my big day. And I've been loving it ever since. I remember why it's my favorite. Although I will say, I'm a little worried this one's not going to be coming into 2024 with me super long because if you don't know, the Kosas products tend to go off quickly. So we'll see how long it makes it into the new year. But at the start of the year, I'm really excited that I have it and get to use it. The next thing that I'm really excited to be bringing into the new year is under eye corrector. This is the old school Becca one, but I also have been using the e.l.f. one and really enjoying that. I find that the color is very similar, and once everything is all said and done, they do a very similar thing on my skin. So I could have brought them both out. I just brought out the Becca one because I also want to shout out e.l.f. as a brand. I'm really excited to use all of the e.l.f. products that I have throughout the year. I am, again, planning on doing an e.l.f. video, so stay tuned for that. But just in general, e.l.f. is a brand that continues to excite me. I think that they do all of the stuff that I want to see in brands, and I'm really excited to continue using the products that I already have and to see what they come out with throughout the year. Especially because they have been coming out with some bangers recently. We'll talk about in that video, but y'all, e.l.f. has been killing it. Then the last base product that I'm really excited to be bringing into the new year is my Charlotte Tilbury powder. And I know this makes me bougie as heck. This is another thing that I bought specifically for my wedding. But look at that pan, you guys. It's growing. And once it's done, I have been convinced by Teresa Glina on Instagram. I'll link her account down below. But I've been convinced to try the Kosas Cloud Powder. But I gotta say, coming straight into the new year, I'm excited to continue using this and I'm excited to finish it up, although I will definitely be sad once it's gone. Moving into color cosmetics for the face, when it comes to highlighters, I have 3 in particular that I'm so happy to have and that I'm going to be using a lot throughout 2024. The first up is one that I don't even know if this brand exists anymore, but this is from the brand Flesh. It's like a little tiny cream highlighter. This one is in the shade Startle, and it is like the most beautiful, glossy, natural looking cream highlighter, but it stays. I feel like a lot of those really natural looking highlighters, like I've seen people use the Merit highlighter, which one, way more expensive than this guy, but 2, it just doesn't seem to last as long. It's got more of that oily base that doesn't hang around. This is like a true legit cream highlighter, but it lasts beautifully and it looks just juicy. And so I'm really excited to be bringing this guy. I'm holding on as long as I can because, again, don't know if this is around anymore, but super excited to bring it with me. Next up Just the ColourPop Supershock highlighters in general, I really love. I've always been a big lunch money person, but recently I've been getting into my flexitarian era. I feel like everyone's over highlighter, but I'm over here like glossy as heck all of the time. And this one does have the most discernible sparkle out of the three that I'm showing, but I feel like something about it still just looks really natural and glowy. You can probably see it on my tip of my nose, just shining like a little light, and I love it. And then the last highlighter I'm excited to bring into the new year, the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, or not Flawless Filter, this is the Beauty Light Wand. I don't own the Flawless Filter, but this is the Beauty Light Wand in Spotlight. And I know it's expensive. I hate myself for loving it as much as I do, but I really freaking love it. It's so good. It is so natural looking. It doesn't look like it has any sparkle. It's just completely pearlized and beautiful. I love the color of it. It's like a perfect blend of like gold and silver to make a really flattering champagne for my skin tone. And overall, so happy to have this one. If you've been here before, you might know I'm not a super big bronzer person, but looking through all my bronzers, thinking about what excites me the most, what I'm using the most, what I'm hoping to continue using the most, it's gotta be the Makeup Revolution Cream Bronzer. I've got it in the shade Light, and I find that has a much nicer undertone than most bronzers do on me. A lot of them tend to be pretty yellow. This one I find leans a little more coolish red, and for me, that works really well. It's a matte formula, so, it lasts well, doesn't add a lot of shine to my forehead to make it look larger than it is. And overall, if I had to pick one, it's gotta be this one. In general, cream blush is a category I'm just so excited to continue using in 2024. But specifically, I'm a basic girly and I'm really excited to bring my Tower 28 blushes into the new year with me. My collection has kind of grown throughout the year 2023. I picked up one blush during the Sephora sale, and then I picked up another during Black Friday. That was like my other beauty purchase, was a couple products from Tower 28 in a little bundle. So I've got 4 colors, really unique, really beautiful. Love this formula. I know it's pretty standard, it's a cream blush, but because of that, I find it's really easy to work with. I find that they last on me, and so I love them. Super excited to have them in all of these different colors to use this year. For lips, I've been really enjoying a lot of different products, but I wanted to focus instead of specific products on just some general lip vibes that I'm really excited to continue loving throughout 2024. So the first is a nice brown lip. I am in my brown lip era. I know I'm like so late to the game on this, but I gotta say, it's amazing. You guys were right. All of you, all of the brown lip girlies out there, you were so right. I have come around and I am loving all of them. I've got some that are like more of like a pinky brown, some that are more of like a reddish or orangey brown, some that are more true brown, but whatever brown, yes, please. I love all of the brown lips. The other type of lip that I'm really excited to be bringing into the new year are like those deep kind of berry but soft tint kind of lip products. So think of, your classic black honey. I again thinking about doing a video on all of like my closest black honey comparisons. That's a video that I really enjoyed from Matilda on video back when she did it. So I've been toying with the idea. Let me know if you're interested in that down in the comments below. But overall, it's another color that I'm super excited to be wearing this year. And when it comes to finishes, you'll notice in the products that I've swatched, I'm very, very excited to be bringing in these like glossy, more sheer kind of products. Not all of them are that, but they're either things that have a tint to them that will stain and stay like over a long period of time, or they're glossy and hydrating and feel just so comfortable while you're wearing them. Finally, the last thing I'm excited to be bringing into 2024 is my YouTube channel. So I'm really excited to be back and filming. If you missed it, I did a post on my community tab, I don't know at this point, a while ago, letting you guys know that I was editing on a very, very old laptop decade old. It lived its life. It did me well, got me through a lot of papers in both undergrad and graduate school, but its time came and it was time for the computer to go, which left me with no way to edit videos for a while. At first, I was still filming stuff, and then after a while, I just kind of like fell off the practice altogether. But my wonderful husband built me a computer for Christmas, and so I am back and able to edit, and I'm really excited to be getting back into my channel. Although I will say, I am thinking about my channel a little bit differently than I have in the past. Up until I got monetized, I feel like I was thinking of my YouTube as an excuse in some ways to continue over consumption of beauty products. And spending some time away from YouTube and a little bit more detached from Instagram has really helped me to dive into the makeup I have, spend time playing with it, putting it on, enjoying it for like no one else other than myself. And I really, really loved doing that. And so that's an energy that I'm really hoping to bring into the channel this year. I've got a ton of ideas that I've been brainstorming and topics I want to talk about. I'm hoping to branch out more into other makeup outside of just my single shadows. So you'll see a little bit more of a mix of me appreciating all of my collection, not just those beautiful sparkly singles. But those definitely are still going to be a major part of the channel. And I'm hoping to really kind of keep this energy of loving what I've got and enjoying it all and using it all rather than constantly trying to keep up with other folks and like, always have the newest and latest and greatest stuff. So I'm not going to be doing quite as many like reviews of new brands or anything like that, but I have a lot of fun content planned regarding things that I have. I hope that you stick around. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love to have you. And until I see you next time, I hope that you stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye.